It began on a quiet morning. The sky was clear. People were going to work, kids were going to school, and no one expected anything strange. But then the sky changed. At exactly 9:17 a.m., a massive object appeared above Earth's atmosphere. It didn't fly in fast like a meteor. It didn't make noise. It just appeared, hanging in the sky like a giant black moon covering the sun over half of Europe. People stared in shock. It was not human-made. Its shape was smooth and round like a perfect sphere. It had no wings, no engines, no lights, yet it floated in the sky as if gravity didn't exist. Governments all over the world activated emergency protocols. Fighter jets took off. Satellites pointed their cameras. News channels called it first contact, and everyone waited to see what would happen. Then came the message. It was not spoken in any language. It was sent directly into people's minds. No one knew how. Everyone on Earth heard the same words at the same time. We are the Varnok. We come in peace. We request communication with your leaders. The world froze. Many were hopeful. Maybe humanity was not alone. Maybe this was the beginning of peace with a higher species. But not everyone believed it. Inside a small underground base in Norway, a young radar operator named Juno Marek watched the alien ship on his screen. He had been tracking its movement since the moment it arrived, and he saw something strange, tiny pulses of energy from the ship, almost like it was scanning Earth. He looked closer. The pulses were hitting Earth's military bases. Juno called his commander. "Sir, I think they're scanning our weapons," he said. The commander laughed. "Relax, Juno. They said they came in peace." "But why are they scanning only military sites?" Juno asked. "Why not cities or natural resources?" The commander didn't listen. "They're just curious. It's normal in first contact." But Juno didn't think so. He zoomed in on one pulse. It had targeted a hidden missile silo, one that even many humans didn't know about. How did the aliens find it? Something was wrong. Meanwhile, Earth's leaders prepared to meet the Varnok. A special meeting was set on a secure frequency. The Varnok agreed to speak through hologram. When the time came, a dark figure appeared, a tall alien with silver skin and black eyes. "We wish to learn about your defense systems," the alien said. "To ensure peace, we must understand your weapons." The world leaders looked at each other. One of them, President Kaya of the African Alliance, asked, "Why do you need to know our weapons if you come in peace?" The alien smiled. "To prevent fear." That answer didn't feel right. Back in the Norway base, Juno hacked into one of the alien scanning signals. What he saw made his heart race. The Varnok were not just scanning. They were copying blueprints of Earth's weapons, tracking every missile, every tank, every satellite. He tried warning the global network, but his message was blocked. Someone didn't want the truth to come out. So Juno took a risk. He opened an old pirate radio signal used by hackers during wars. He sent one message. "They ain't PC fuel. TURE preparing for ATTACK. Wake up." The message spread. People started to panic. Some believed him. Others said it was fake news. Then, at exactly 8:00 p.m., the alien ship sent one more message. "Study complete. Initiating protocol phase 2. Every screen on Earth turned black. Then, a countdown appeared. 5:00. 5 hours. No one knew what would happen at the end of the countdown, but everyone knew it couldn't be good. In space, Earth's satellites began shutting down one by one. Communication systems failed. Power grids flickered. The sky above New York turned red for a moment. Something was coming. Juno stood in the control room, his hands shaking. No one was laughing now. "They're not visitors," he whispered. "They're invaders." Outside, crowds ran. Families hid. Soldiers got into position. But no one knew if anything they had could stop what was coming. And far above the Earth, the Varnok ship glowed brighter. They came in peace. But now, they were preparing for war. The countdown had begun. Across the world, 5 hours felt like 5 seconds. The alien ship still floated silently in the sky, glowing a little brighter every hour. Streets were full of fear. News channels had no answers. Governments gave no updates. People started calling it the end timer. At the underground base in Norway, Juno Morek stared at the countdown. 4:12:37 left. His fingers tapped the table. His warning had gone viral, but no one official had responded. His message was still called a hoax by world leaders. But something was happening in space. Juno pulled up a satellite feed. It was lagging, but he could see movement on the moon, tiny black dots landing softly, forming a line. He zoomed in. Alien drones, hundreds of them. He checked another feed, near Earth's orbit. Another alien ship was hiding behind the moon. No one else had noticed. Juno ran to his commander. "Sir, we have multiple alien units landing on the moon, and one more ship is hiding behind it." Commander Falk looked annoyed. "Juno, enough. The Varnock are watching. If we act aggressive, it could start war." Juno stepped closer. "Sir, war is already starting. We just haven't accepted it." Falk didn't answer. He turned away. Juno knew what he had to do. He ran to the old terminal where he had sent his first warning. It was slow, old tech, but untraceable. He typed another message. "Alien DRONES on moon. Second ship in orbit. Get ready. Will you renote saved?" This time he added proof, satellite images and energy readings. He hit send. The message reached old military forums, hacker groups, rogue armies. It spread like wildfire. Within an hour, small resistance groups across the world started preparing, activating hidden weapons, recalling old officers, sending spies near alien zones. One group, Red Fog, sent Juno a reply. "We believe you. Give us targets. We're loading railguns." But Earth's official government stayed silent. Inside the alien ship, something changed. Their main glowing ring began spinning slowly. The color changed from white to deep orange. No one knew what that meant, but in military terms, color changes always mean mode shift. Juno scanned the signal patterns again. "Phase 2, he whispered. "They're charging weapons." Then silence. For the first time since the countdown began, no messages came from the Varnock. No pulse, no signal. Just complete stillness. And then, Earth's first satellite exploded. No missile, no laser, just gone. A second satellite vanished, then a third. Within minutes, Earth lost 60% of its sky eyes. And still, officials said nothing. In Africa, President Kaya demanded answers. Why are we still calling this peace? Are we blind? In the U.S., General Ross ordered partial lockdowns, just in case. In China, silent nuclear trains started moving underground. Everyone was preparing, but no one said it out loud. Because if they did, panic would take over. Meanwhile, Juno's warning reached an old experimental base in Antarctica. It was called Cold Unit 6, built during the last World War, forgotten by most. But inside something slept, Earth's only prototype orbital cannon, codenamed Skyhammer. It hadn't been used in 18 years. Now its old crew, retired, hidden, and broken, began returning. Because Juno's message had reached them too. Back in Norway, the alien ship sent one final transmission. Not to Earth, but into deep space. Juno captured it. It was in a strange frequency, not used before. He decoded it. The message said, "Planet 74B3, study complete. Minimal threat. Operation Tilianisi approved. Begin full surface wipe." Juno's chest went cold. Surface wipe? That meant total destruction. He ran to the central comms room. People tried to stop him, but he shouted, "Everyone listen to me. They're going to cleanse Earth. They've done it before. They think we're weak. People froze. He continued, "We can't stop them by waiting. We need to fight. Now." Some soldiers nodded. Others still looked confused. Then the base alarms rang. Red lights flashed. The sky above shook. A beam of orange light fired from the alien ship into space. It wasn't aimed at Earth. It was aimed at their second ship, still behind the moon. One ship charging the other? No, it was transferring energy. Something massive was coming. Juno looked at the timer. 10:00. 1 hour left. He turned to the room. "If they think we're weak, we'll show them Earth's fire." The timer hit 0:59:59. 1 hour left. The sky over Earth was still, but the fear in people's hearts had grown louder than any sound. Families hid in basements. Soldiers stood ready near bases. Every country waited, but no one knew what for. Then, the sky changed. It didn't happen slowly. It was instant, like flipping a switch. The color turned from blue to deep red. The clouds vanished. Birds dropped from the sky. Radios began to crackle with static. And people all over the world looked up in silence. In Norway, Juno Morek stared at the red sky through the base window. It was like a warning, like blood spilled across the heavens. "This is it," he said. They'd started. Inside the alien mothership, the energy ring spun faster. Red light pulsed through its smooth shell. But no sound came from it, only quiet death. And then, one by one, the lights across Earth went out. In New York, in Tokyo, in London, in Cairo. The power grid failed. Cars stopped. Planes lost control. Phones went dead. The aliens had used an EMP wave, a blast of energy that shut down electronics across the planet. Earth was blind, but not helpless. Hidden in the ice of Antarctica, the crew of Cold Unit 6 powered up the Skyhammer orbital cannon, manually. No computers, no satellites, just old wires in human hands. Commander Roan, a veteran of the last war, looked up at the red sky. "They want to burn our home," he said. "Then let's punch a hole in their heaven." Back in Norway, Juno opened his emergency signal box, an old tool powered by hand crank energy. He tuned into Cold Unit 6. "This is Juno Morek. Do you have eyes on the second alien ship?" The voice crackled back. "We do. It's charging a secondary weapon. We've got one shot. Just give the word." Juno paused. The alien ship above Earth hadn't moved. It was just charging, building up something massive. The second ship, hiding behind the moon, was the one aiming. It would fire. Earth would fall. He took a deep breath. "Fire the Skyhammer." Far across the ice, a thunderous roar echoed through the cold. A massive rail-powered cannon launched a magnetic spear straight into space. It moved so fast, even Earth's gravity couldn't stop it. Up above the moon, the second alien ship didn't react in time. Boom. A direct hit. The explosion wasn't loud on Earth, but in the sky, fire bloomed like a flower. The second ship broke in half, spilling glowing debris into the void. Cheers erupted in the Cold Unit. Juno's hands shook. But then, the alien mothership above Earth screamed. Not a sound, a vibration. Every glass window on Earth shattered. Buildings cracked. People fell to the ground holding their ears, even though there was no sound. The Varnok were angry. And then they attacked. From the bottom of the mothership, thousands of black orbs dropped. They weren't bombs. They were drones. Fast, sharp, and glowing red. They fell like rain, landing in cities, deserts, forests, oceans. Each one unfolded into a six-legged machine, scanning and firing red beams at anything with heat or movement. In Paris, drones marched through empty streets. In Brazil, they cut down trees and burned everything moving. In Japan, they destroyed a full military base in 12 minutes. Earth was under attack. In Norway, the base shook. Juno grabbed his gear. "We can't just sit here. We need to fight. Commander Falk finally agreed. Get every drone fighter ready. Activate the underground mech units. Soldiers ran to battle stations. The first wave hit the base in minutes. Outside, black Varnock drones rolled across the snow. Their eyes glowed red. Their weapons buzzed with energy. But the humans inside were ready. Turrets opened fire. Old war mechs rose from bunkers and started walking again. Juno climbed into an old defense rig, gripping the cold controls. He wasn't a soldier. But today, he would fight like one. As the first drone jumped toward him, Juno pressed the trigger. Boom! The alien machine exploded into fire. Behind him, another soldier shouted, "They're not invincible. Hit them in the core." More drones came, dozens, then hundreds. And still the humans fought. Because even if the sky had turned red, even if the earth was dark and burning, humanity would never kneel. Not without a fight. The world was burning, but not dying. Alien drones moved through cities like poison. They destroyed anything warm, anything alive. Roads cracked. Buildings fell. Fires rose in the dark streets. The red sky made everything feel like a nightmare. But Earth had more to show. In the skies above the Atlantic Ocean, something moved, fast, low, and hidden. It was not a normal plane. It had no wings, no sound, no lights. It was Valkyrie, an experimental warship built in secret years ago by a global alliance. It was too powerful, too dangerous, and had been locked away. Until now. Inside, a small crew worked silently. But at the heart of the ship sat someone new, Juno Marek. He wasn't a captain. He wasn't even a soldier. But he was the first to see the truth. And now, he was Earth's only chance. Ship online, the AI said calmly. Cloaking active. Plasma rail at 70%. Ready to engage. Juno looked at the screens. Enemy drones were everywhere. Above them, the alien mothership still floated like a dark god. He pressed a button. Take us into orbit. The Valkyrie rose like a ghost through the clouds. On the ground, Earth was finally waking up. In old military bases across Africa, solar railguns powered up. In hidden silos in the Arctic, cold-burn missiles locked onto alien targets. And in space, Project Skyweb, a satellite-based laser system, began firing again, one beam at a time. The world was no longer waiting. It was fighting back. Back in space, Valkyrie reached orbit. The mothership filled half the window now. It was massive, far larger than anything humans had built. Its surface shimmered like metal skin, moving slowly as it charged another pulse. Target lock confirmed, said the AI. But one shot may not be enough. Juno nodded. Then we won't fire just one. He opened the Valkyrie's full weapon bank, 12 plasma rail launchers, 4 gravity disruptors, and one thing even he didn't understand, the GODSPEAR. It was a weapon created from a stolen alien design. One shot, one use, never tested. Prep the GODSPEAR, Juno said. The ship hummed with energy. Below him, people fought street by street. In Cairo, a group of teenagers used hacked drones to confuse the enemy. In Mexico City, old tanks rolled out with fresh paint and brave drivers. In India, scientists turned communication towers into EMP weapons, frying alien machines like bugs. And across every radio, one voice spoke. This is Valkyrie. We are not giving up. Earth fights back now. Then came the scream. The alien mothership charged its weapon again. The sky glowed red-orange. A giant beam began to form beneath the ship, aimed at Washington, D.C. Firing path confirmed, the AI said. GODSPEAR ready. Juno stared at the glowing enemy. He thought of his home, his mother, his little brother. He thought of Earth. Not perfect, but full of hope. He whispered for everyone. Fire. The GODSPEAR launched. It was not like other weapons. It didn't fly. It disappeared, like a tear in space. Then, boom! The alien mothership shook. A massive hole tore through its center, glowing with white-blue fire. The entire ship tilted, smoke and plasma pouring from its side. It didn't explode completely. But it was hurt. Badly. All over the world, alien drones stopped moving for 10 seconds, as if shocked, as if scared. Then they roared again and rushed forward faster than before. But Earth didn't step back, because now the world had seen it. Aliens could bleed, and that meant they could lose. Valkyrie spun through enemy ships in orbit. It fired rail after rail, cutting ships in half. Enemy cruisers exploded in silence. Some ran. Others tried to fight. But they had never faced a human warship like this. Inside the alien mothership, alarms screamed. Varnock officers spoke in panic. The humans have a god weapon, how? We underestimated them. Begin retreat. No, wait. Back on Earth, Commander Falk stood on top of the Norway base, holding a radio. He spoke clearly, proudly. This is for those who burned, for those who died without reason. We're still here. And now, we bring fire. Earth's fire had awakened, and it would not stop. The alien mothership was wounded, but not destroyed. Its black metal skin still pulsed with strange energy. The GODSPER had cut deep, but the ship began to heal, slowly, quietly, like a monster licking its wounds before the next strike. Inside Valkyrie, Juno Marek stared at the damage. How is it still standing? He asked. The ship's AI answered coldly. Unknown technology. Self-repair system detected. They're buying time. Then we don't give it to them. But something else was wrong. The enemy drones weren't retreating. They were multiplying. Reports came in from across Earth, new drones dropping from orbit. Bigger, stronger. Their armor could block bullets. Their weapons now melted steel in seconds. In Berlin, defenders fell within minutes. In Beijing, laser towers were crushed. In New York, entire city blocks were leveled. The sky above Earth lit up again. A second alien warship, smaller but faster, came through a hidden portal near the moon. It flew straight for Valkyrie. We've got a fast mover, Juno said. Bring up shields. The AI responded. Shields at 40%. Weapons cooling. GODSPER offline. This ship wasn't ready for a second round. They needed something else. Back on Earth, in a cold desert bunker buried under miles of rock, old men turned keys. They were scientists, historians, survivors of a war the world had almost forgotten. They unlocked the ARC protocol. Above them, under a fake mountain, slept Earth's oldest weapon. It was built 70 years ago, powered by atomic fire, wrapped in armor never used, designed to be unleashed only if humanity stood at the edge of extinction. The weapon's name was simple: Titan I. When the hangar opened, the ground shook. Titan I was not fast, not pretty, but it was tall, minus 100 meters high, shaped like a walking fortress. Its arms held twin fusion cannons. Its chest held an energy core older than any living human. And at its heart sat someone who had waited too long. Commander Roan. This was never meant to leave the ground, he whispered. Then he climbed inside. In Valkyrie, Juno received a signal. This is Titan I, coming online, linking with all ground units. Juno's eyes went wide. I thought that thing was a myth. Everything is a myth, Roan said, until it starts walking. Titan I took its first step. Every drone within 10 miles turned toward it. They'd fired. Titan didn't stop. Its shields lit up, its arms swung. One cannon blast tore through 6 drones at once. Another burned a deep trench into the earth. Roan growled into the mic. Let's show them what we've been hiding. Across the globe, Earth's leftover weapons came alive. Mechs from old wars walked again. Tanks once locked in museums rolled out. Submarines once thought too old to use surfaced and fired missiles into the sky. And then Earth made its final call. Activate Helix Black. Juno paused. No. That's a last resort. But the order came again. The AI said, Helix Black authorization confirmed. Helix Black was a weapon designed to kill at anything with a pulse, organic or not. It used sound, heat, and molecular disruption to burn targets from the inside. It could end the alien threat. But it would also destroy half of Earth's atmosphere if used wrong. Juno gritted his teeth. If we use that, we might not survive either. From the ground, Rome replied. Then don't miss. Valkyrie systems lit up. The sky was red, full of fire and fear. But deep in space, the alien fleet was regrouping. More ships, more drones. And at the heart of it, the mothership glowing once more. If Earth didn't strike now, it wouldn't get another chance. Juno stared at the console. Begin Helix Black. Energy built inside Valkyrie like a storm. Lights flickered. Heat rose. The ship began to crack from the inside. Juno shouted, Target the mothership core. Fire in 5. The countdown began. 5. Alien ships closed in. 4. Titan 1 fought alone against waves of drones. 3. People across Earth watched the sky, praying. 2. The mothership's main weapon turned toward Earth again. 1. Fire. The Helix Black beam shot into the sky. It wasn't light. It was darkness, cold, crushing, silent. It struck the alien mothership's core. There was no sound. Just light. Blinding, white, endless light. And then, silence. The light faded. And for the first time in days, the sky was quiet. No lasers. No explosions. No alien drones. Just silence. Judo Marek sat in the command chair of Valkyrie, breathing hard. Sweat ran down his face. Sparks still flickered in the ship's ceiling. Smoke filled the air. Warning lights blinked everywhere. But he was alive, and Earth was still here. Helix Black has completed. The AI said, The alien core is gone. No remaining signals. Juno stared at the main screen. Where the alien mothership once floated, now there was nothing. Just empty stars. A black circle where the ship had vanished, as if space itself had swallowed it. He whispered, Did we really stop them? Back on Earth, people came out of hiding. From bunkers. From forests. From ruined cities. They looked up and saw stars again. The alien drones were falling like broken toys, crashing into mountains, rivers, oceans. Their energy had vanished with the mothership. Titan 1 stood still in the middle of a burning battlefield. Its armor cracked, its cannon silent, but it still stood tall. Inside, Commander Roan opened his eyes. He laughed, soft, tired. We're not dead, he said to himself. We actually made it. Rescue teams rushed toward the giant machine. In cities around the world, lights turned on again. In broken homes, people hugged each other. Civilians wept openly, not from fear, but from relief. No one had believed Earth would survive. Not after the first attack. Not when the sky turned red. Not when the alien mothership arrived like a dark god. But now, the silence meant victory. Hours passed. Then Juno's screen lit up again. New signal detected. His heart froze. What kind of signal? Unknown, it's human. A face appeared. It was a woman, old with deep scars. She wore no uniform. Behind her was a room filled with maps, strange machines, and old Earth flags. This is Admiral Calavorn speaking from the hidden colony, she said. If you're hearing this, then Earth survived. Juno blinked. The what? She continued, We were part of Project Exodus, sent away decades ago in case Earth ever fell. We've watched the war from deep space, and now we are returning. More faces appeared beside her. More human ships. Ships Earth had never seen. Better, faster, stronger. Admiral Vorn looked straight into the camera. There will be more enemies, she said. The ones you destroyed, they were only scouts. The true war is coming. Juno felt the weight of her words settle deep in his chest. This wasn't over. Earth had won a battle, but not the war. But something had changed. They were no longer the hunted. They were ready. Juno looked out the window of Valkyrie. Earth turned slowly below him, blue, broken, and beautiful. He smiled. They came in power, he whispered, but they forgot who we are. The stars didn't answer, but they were watching, and Earth was no longer afraid.